Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On tap is what should be a pretty good matchup between the New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Oakland Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've gone a full half season since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And you don't get on win streaks like this without your defense playing a big role. They've created quite an identity, and I know they want and expect this streak to get to 9.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This is fielded at the goal line. Ooh, the juke. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Big hold to the 30, and all the way up to the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Shotgun now for Carr. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
On 1st down, Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. Very productive. 3 touchdowns, 2 of them on the ground, 1 through the air.
And it will always be a compliment to say that a guy's got a nose for the end zone, and he sure had it last week.
Bell running on 1st down as he'll push forward for about 3. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's going to fire, and this is caught at the 20. 36 yards on the play.
Here we go. Here we go. Well, we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Caught here by Bell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his tongue.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. So out come the Raiders. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now let's find out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Quinnen Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Another try after the first down sack. Carr, this one complete to Coleman. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And he can't get away. Carr is going to go down, and that is a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. We'll take a break and get a report from Oakland after this. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. On first down, it's Bell. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Darnold, throw complete to Herndon. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Darnold on 3rd down. And it's caught by Herndon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Here we go. Check it, lady.
Darnold on first down. This one caught by Crowder. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 19 yards there on the catch and run. After one, it's 9-0. On first and 10, Darnold toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And now here come the Raiders. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Right back to Coleman here on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. To throw his car. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Switch up, switch up. Hey, watch that, watch that. Check Mike 54.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. There he goes left side. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Ryan Poole that time there to get a hand on it. The Raiders on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is third down and 12. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Now a pass, and it's complete to QT. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now this throw caught left side, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold got a man open. It's Ross. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Jets on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Hey, orbit. Here we go.
Darnold from the gun. Open man is QT, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Jets will extend their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tyrell Williams heading back out onto the field now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Carr going to throw. Completes it to Coleman. And some room to roam now. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. It's a gain of 34. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Here's Carr to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that'll put us within 3 scores as it becomes now a 23-point game. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe. Yeah,
go ahead and raise the banner, right? But wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Flushed out right. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Recon, 132 fighter.
36.
On first down, Darnold. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Open man is Ross, complete. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Darnold. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. John Ross in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall.
This is caught inside the 15. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. As of this moment, as pretty much everyone knows, they sit alone in that top spot. But nothing is guaranteed. They haven't even clinched the playoffs. So a good start, but a long way to go.
And you know, a blunt veteran inside their locker room has stood up at one point or another and said, you know all this.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. Oh, he breaks another. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Carr. It's brought in by Dodson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. From the 30 on second down, Carr. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle, and you got caught in between and created a foul.
Well, this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Shotgun now for Carr. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Carr. And caught by Thomas for a Raider touchdown. Demaryius Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
Now Darnold, he's got Herndon, his tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Darnold for the red zone now. Bell a first down and then some. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Carr. He's got his man. This is Jackson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go. Here we go.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. A deep ball for Dotson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Carr now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Carr. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Back now in the East Bay. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. Throwing his Carr on third down. This is Coleman with a grab. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
New York set to take the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Second down and 10. Darnold got an open man. It's QT. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
First down, Jets.
It's our time. 58, boys, 58. 58, Mike.
Bravo.
Watch the flag, watch the flag, watch the flag. Watch the flag.
On first down, it's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on second down. Darnold. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's 3rd and 5. The Jets on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's get off the field.
Again, Darnold. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Check, 59.
Hey, Charlie.
I'm here all day. Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59.
On 4th down, Darnold. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. A first down throw, Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. You never want to give up a sack. And from the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first.
Go.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold got a man. It's Ross, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Don't get nervous. Check hot route. Hot.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Open man is QT, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
58 for Mike, 58.
58's Mike. Bring it. Yo, 80. Yo, 80. Switch. Hey, exit. 58, touch.
Darnold to throw again. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Carl trying again on 2nd down. It's caught by Coleman. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. Now Carr. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And now out come the Jets. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Now it's Darnold, and he whips that one incomplete there. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold over the middle. That's caught by Ross. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 28. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. Darnold, his throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Hey, alert 3. General West. Let's go.
Wide, get wide.
Yellow lady. Smooth. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Hey, orbit.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Coleman now. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
What now?
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Oakland, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.